Hello and welcome to this taste challenge between the venerable Pabst Blue Ribbon, introduced in 1844, 4.74% alcohol, sold pretty much everywhere, versus the spottily available Schlitz, introduced in 1849, available some places. Here we get it. We've always gotten it. I think it was for about $4.80 for the 6-pack of pint cans, 473 milliliters, and about $9.73, $9.79 for the 12-pack of 355 milliliter 12-ounce bottles. All right. Never done a taste challenge between these two. Pabst bought the Schlitz brand in 1999. Oh, a lot of smoke there. Schlitz was bought out in 1982 by a smaller company, the Stroh Brewing Company, who had the year before bought out F&M Schaefer, Frederick and Maximilian Schaefer Brewing. You're really going to have a challenge trying to find Schaefer, let me tell you. We can get Schaefer Light. I might buy some of that for a challenge, but I prefer not to do light beer challenges. So Stroh had Schlitz from 82 to 99, and then Stroh Brewing was herself purchased by Pabst in 99. And then Pabst turned around and sold off some of their brands to Miller and all their breweries, I might add. They shut down their San Antonio brewery. They still have some kind of peculiar connection to City Brewing of La Crosse, Wisconsin. Very strange connection. If you look at the new Schlitz beers, the malt liquor beers, Schlitz malt liquor, their new webpage, which just came online the last few days, it's curious because it says Schlitz Brewing Company, La Crosse, Wisconsin. I said, what? And I've been saying that for nearly 20 years now, that I keep thinking that Pabst has some kind of secret ownership of City Brewing in La Crosse, because there are two main breweries of La Crosse and Memphis, Tennessee, the former Highlandman's Brewery, the former Schlitz Brewery. So it's the whole thing is strange. Yeah, that's the timer that I'm heating up some Swanson chicken pot pie, which I think is going to go well with this. So what is the ABV on Schlitz? They don't list it on their website, but it's similar to the Pabst, in the mid-4s, between 4.5 and 5. Typical American beer configuration, 4.5 to 5. You'll notice that most of the macro lagers are in that area. Mount Hood, Cascade, and Willamette are the finishing hops for Schlitz. And Pabst probably uses a lot of Northwestern hops as well. Barley, malt, brewer's syrup, the corn syrup for their adjunct. All right, both clear, bubbly, fizzy yellow stuff. We know. My complaint with Schlitz the last few years is that it was tasting almost like they were trying to turn it into an IPL. They kept focusing on hops. Oh yeah, I gotta go get that. Hops. I said, okay, good. But I said, why are they making IPL? I can go get Samuel Adams IPLs. Seemed like they dialed it back to more toward the appropriate level. And I always did like the 1977 to 2011 Schlitz, the one that we used to always get. This replaced it. Clean, basic aroma. Like you might say, smells like beer. My friend Paul and my father would say, smells like beer to me. Wait, no. Clean, basic, but more yeast. A little more roastiness. I think I know already. I think you know what I know, right? Taste. Clean. A little bit of hop oil there at the end. Light body. Got this hair tickling me. Crisp finish. Basic, enjoyable, Off-putting flavors? No. Off taste? No. Same thing, basic, enjoyable, no off-putting flavors or aroma, crisp finish. Excuse me. But on the other hand, I'm getting a little more roastiness, a little more yeastiness, and I know that Pabst uses that Carlsberger yeast, which they always used to brag about, say it gives it a bit of a winey flavor, like wine, like white wine, which is peculiar. I think this is Pabst, and I think this is Schlitz. What I do know, however, is that they're so similar that the only consideration I would ever entertain, besides from taste challenges and reviewing purposes, where you buy a brand for a particular reason, but for these two beers, I really like this bottle that they were using back in 1999. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, they should go back to that. That was a fantastic design. This is from 95. I would just shop price. 100% of the time I would shop price. I would never consider anything else but price. And you can get the pint cans, of course, 6-packs of Pabst at all your stores around here. I think it's about the same price at where I bought the Schlitz. I bought the Schlitz at Food for Less. You know, one of those weird shoppers value stores like Jean-Pierre talks about, where it's 10% added at the checkout, which I think is done to trick the poor because they don't understand. And I tried to tell those people, I said, well, they're adding 10% at the register. Yeah, but it's way cheaper. I said, but if it's $3 at the register, it's going to be $3.30 plus 10% sales tax. We have a high sales tax in this area. They never seem to understand. I think it's done that way. But even though it's a flim-flam operation, Food for Less is generally, even with the 10% tack on, I find it is cheaper. A good deal cheaper than other stores around here, for Schlitz, for example, or Bush. Milk. So I don't understand that plus 10% at checkout. Maybe it's not a scam. You might know there's some reasoning behind that, but nonetheless, it is cheaper. But like I said, I think that those two brands are identical at that store. Like there's like 10 different brands they sell that are the same exact price, like Schlitz, Pabst, King Cobra, Bush, and then you got some that are even cheaper, like Milwaukee's Best Ice, which is $3.89 plus 10% at checkout. So I would buy that one. You know, that's a richer beer anyway. So yeah, I think this is can't say it. She sells seashells at the Schlitz shore. I did it! 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 Schlitz, Pabst. And it wasn't just dumb luck, because I talked about the attributes before I made the reveal. I don't need to be looking ridiculous. If I get it wrong, it makes me look ridiculous. A man in my position can't afford to look ridiculous. Now you get the hell out of here. And if that Goomba tries any rough stuff, you tell him I ain't no band leader. Yeah, I heard that story. Just kidding. Alright, so thanks for watching this video production. I'm glad I got it right. I don't have to be shamed. And y'all come on down to Louisiana.